Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Test? What you talking about, man? Hey, man, I feel like you've been here much longer than me. If you see an opportunity, I'm not about to step in the way. Yeah, I'm feeling you. Hey, I just want to play my game, help this team win. You know what I'm saying?
Ladies and gentlemen, we've been cleared for landing. Please buckle your safety belts and enjoy your stay in Milwaukee.
How you liking the NBA so far?
It's all good, man. Getting used to it, you know?
Oh, okay, that's good to hear. Because, I thought the game might be too fast for you.
Come on, man. You talking that stuff already? Look, man, when I start showing up on magazine covers, don't be jealous, all right?
That's right?
Yeah.
How don't we make it a little challenge? Yeah. You outscore me tonight, I'll admit on social media that you're the better player. Which you won't. But if I outscore you, you're going to have to try to do the same.
Man, that's the easiest bet I ever made.
A word?
Yeah.
Oh.
But you know what? I don't think it's fair, man. You even got any fans?
Let's find out.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. This is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting five for both teams. And guys, taking a look at Caron Butler, what will we see from him?
Well, I think when you notice one of his tendencies and specialties, really, it's his ability to shoot the ball.
Over with the ball. His last outing, he had 8 points. Three-pointer, Ridnour. Here's Sanders, and he gets it to go. And the Bucks lead by 6.
The defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
Ilyasova and Sanders in the middle. Ridnour out there with Ellis. And it's Butler in at the small forward position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Here's Karasov. Good, and Jack gets the assist. Jack's got 5 assists in the game.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play. It looked to me as though the Cavs seemed to take a step backwards last year in their development. It wasn't that they lost any players. They just failed to take the next step in terms of competing in the Eastern Conference.
There's the 3. And with that, the Bucks lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from the Beast. Well, we know it was a back-and-forth battle last time they met, both wanting so badly to get an edge up on the other, but neither, Clark, could separate themselves.
Yeah, it really became one of the stories of the game, Kevin, that they would always have an answer for each other. You love seeing that. I mean, two great players going directly at one another out of fight, determination, and competition.
Cavs did have a hard time against other Eastern teams, had a hard time against any team really, but in games against the East, Steve, they went 18-34. That's not going to cut it.
No, and the only division that the Cavs really held their own against was the Southeast, which was obviously pretty weak. So this was a Cleveland team that knew it was going to struggle. They did struggle, but again, hope for the future with a lot of young talent. And remember, they got the #1 pick, Anthony Bennett.
Breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Bucks.
Boy, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers, turning them over.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity they have.
Well, they need to be.
Ridnour from outside. It's rebounded by Cleveland, and this is the first season matchup for them against this Milwaukee team.
This game kicks off what should be an interesting season series between these clubs. And, of course, they'll see each other 4 times this year.
Well, they're not shooting as many from outside here in the second quarter.
Well, they were shooting well early on. I like their spacing and their offensive flow. I think they need to get back to that.
Launches a 3. That doesn't go either for Ridnow.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Launches a 3, and the shot is good. The Bucks' lead has been cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from the Beast. Near the three-point line, it's Ellis. And the first half ends in a close one. Bucks ahead. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2. Mayo against Jack. And the Bucks miss again.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
So on the floor for Cleveland, the Beast is in at the point. C.J. Miles is out there with Anderson Varejao. Then it's Jarrett Jack. Clock at 6. Shoots from the elbow. The shot's good from the Beast. The Beast's got 8 points.
He shouldn't be afraid to take that shot more often. He's solid from there.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Mayo dishing tonight. From deep, Ilyasova, and the shot is good. Ilyasova's got the lead up to 9 now for Milwaukee.
They are killing them with that three-point shot here in the second half.
Well, the defense fully stretched out trying to stop that shot and still not able to get it done.
The shot's good from the Beast.
This is great. Three-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
And here's Mayo for 3. And the miss. And a...
Tune in Monday, November 11th. Tim Duncan and the San Antonio...
And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Well, tremendous point guard play, but that's nothing new coming from him. This is what you expect. The gorgeous feed there.
Bucks leading by 6. Ilyasova and Sanders in the middle. Ellis is out there with Brandon Knight. And it's Neal in at the small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. And Sanders kicks to Knight. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Knight's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Bucks. Here's the Beast. He's guarded by Knight. The Beast off the mark there with the three-point shot. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they won their last contest, that game against Minnesota. Feeds it to Ellis. He dishes it to Ilyasova. Ellis goes in. That pushes it to double digits.
You know, some of the chatter that we've overheard has these two making a bit of a wager on this game. Some extra pride on the line there.
Well, with the history.
And so the Bucks take the win.
But I tell you, now the whole world knows where the real talent lies.
I don't know what happened out there. I thought I had your number in that one for sure. Lucky game, I guess.
Lucky? Come on, man. You know we got a whole lot more games out here to prove who's got the bigger ego.
Yeah, you're right. Shit, guess I'm gonna have to come out even stronger next time, huh? You're gonna be an afterthought after the next time the game's
Ain't
over.
happening, Jack. Hey, and you know what? Don't forget to tell the media about my skills tonight, you know, since I won that bet and all.
Yeah. I was hoping you forgot about that.
Thanks for stopping by. As you know, it's important for me to regularly check in with all of our players. So, how you feeling about the team at this point of the season?
Everything's great, man. Getting to know the city a little bit. Coach is great. Players are great. It's all good.
Fantastic. Now we just got to keep winning games, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, can I ask you a question, man?
Absolutely. Fire away.
It's kind of personal, but
That's all right.
I just feel like lately it's like someone's controlling my life, like pushing buttons, moving a joystick.
Kind of like you're in a video game?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's surreal. The NBA can be that way with the lights, the camera, the action, the fans, the photographers, the adulation. You know, but it's very real. I mean, just like look out that window right there at that city. Is that real?
I don't know, man.
The life you're living, my friend, is real. So go out. You know what? Get out there and enjoy it. All right. In fact, you're late for practice. Coach just called. So.
All right, man.
All right. Have a good workout.
I'm glad you feel that way too.
All right. Yeah. Absolutely.
Greetings, this is your captain speaking. We have been cleared for landing into Philadelphia. Please prepare for landing and enjoy your stay.
And there's a shot earlier of the 76ers preparing for action. The Cavaliers are out of Cleveland as they take on their Eastern Conference rival in tonight's contest. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports for myself, Kevin Harlan, and my broadcast partners, Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Welcome, everyone. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Anderson Varejao?
Well, I think what Varejao tries to do is wear down his opponent, both mentally.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Carter Williams is out there with Tony Roten. Then it's Noel. Then it's Young. And it's Moultrie in at the 4 slot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. They get it back. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
And they've needed every one of those rebounds. I think that's what's put them in front here.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Cavaliers.
A lot of success from mid-range so far for them, guys. If nothing else works, they can always fall back on the jump shot.
And don't forget about their three-point shooting, too, because that could be a major factor here tonight. Michael Carter Williams, the rare 6'6" true point guard. Both his mother and his stepfather are high school basketball coaches, so you know he's got a really good basketball IQ. That seems to run in the family.
Here's the beast, and down it goes, jamming that one home. Nice hops and determination that time, Clark, to get to the rim.
We know he can bounce, and right there an example of how dangerous he is when he's got a path to the hoop.
And you love the versatility, guys. Being a point guard, and in this situation, they tack on 2 more points, expanding the lead in a pretty deflating way for the defense.
Carter Williams with it, now guarded by Varejao. Noel lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And for Carter Williams, unusual height for the point guard position.
Yeah, he's long. I think the main thing he'll need to do at the NBA level is really work on that outside shot. He's got a little bit of a hitch in it right now, and he's got to get that corrected, because if he does, he's got a chance to be special as a point guard.
He's quick and he is athletic.
Yep.
Roten, the pass to Carter Williams. Carter Williams off the pick from Moultrie. Carter Williams dishes to Roten. To the middle. Good on that shot, and with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Carter Williams. Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against the Washington Wizards.
Yeah, and in the end, it wasn't even close. I mean, they had points coming from all over the floor.
Boy, they were locked in and ready to roll, and offensively, they just had a rhythm that was impressive.
Young outside. Inside, and it's Moultrie slamming it down. They'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2 points possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D. And I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
Well, one of the struggles for a young team is figuring out how to win on the road. And winning on the road is not just execution, it's preparation and mindset. And young teams struggle to put that together, and the Cavs were certainly a team that struggled with that.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Zeller comes in for Anderson Varejao. And Earl Clark is subbed in for Bennett.
You know, if you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would be ahead.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, guys, 2 lottery picks this year out of Canada. Ellie Olynyk out of Gonzaga, taken 13th, and Anthony Bennett out of UNLV, the surprise first overall pick. With the presumptive #1 pick next season coming from Canada, it seems Canadians are taking over the NBA. Bennett said this shows that basketball is on the come-up in Canada. We have a lot of young talent, players in college right now. So the next couple of years should be good for us. Kevin?
Well, you gotta like that. Thanks, Doris. Young's shot is off. The Cavaliers being young was a big problem, and not having much luck with injuries was another. But, Steve, it can be tough to score points when you're on the road, and they struggle with that in a big way.
Well, they would end up in the bottom 5 in scoring last year while on the road, and that did them no favors. And defense, I mean, that was another issue. They couldn't stop anybody. So you combine bad offense, bad defense, going on the road, you're in some trouble.
From the arc. No good from the Beast. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Roten kicks to Young. Dishes it to Roten. Pass to Carter Williams. 4 on the shot clock. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Goes back up. And it's Orton missing.
He's far too tentative in the paint, and even more so when the defender is up tight on him like that time.
And about to get going here.
What a game for Waiters. 13 points.
And so it's Cleveland taking care of business.
Hey, man. Thought everyone was gone. I'm not disturbing you, am I? You mind if I join you? I got some things I want to look over myself. Maybe we could run through them together. Thanks, man.
Cavaliers have an Eastern Conference contest on their hands as they prepare to defend their home court here at the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland. A quick check now at the starting lineups for both teams. And guys, taking a look at Kyrie Irving, what do you think we'll see from him today?
Well, you have to love a point guard who can get his own.
Right side, Irving. Pass to the Beast. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. From outside, off the mark.
You know, last year nobody was quite sure the role Evan Turner would have, but as the season went on, he played his way into the rotation by earning the trust of his coach. I thought he made some good strides in his game.
Taking a look at the 76ers, we've got Tony Roden. Brown out there with Daniel Orton. Then it's Turner. And it's Carter Williams in at the 1. Irving drives in. He kicks to G. There's the pass to Irving. Here's the Beast. 5 to shoot. Cans the shot from the wing. And Turner, the number 2 overall pick back in 2010. Clark, it seemed NBA stardom awaited, but so far, it just hasn't worked that way.
It's still on the horizon for him. You got to remember now, he's only in his 4th year. He's a terrific ball handler, rebounder, 6'7", can play the point forward position for you. The Sixers traded away Iguodala and handed him the reins, and I think sometimes you can do that prematurely, and it'll be interesting to see how Evan steps into that higher expectation role now.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, guys, as everyone knows, Anthony Bennett was the number 1 overall pick this season. And with the rise of the three-pointer in the NBA, the value of the so-called stretch 4 has never been higher. Stats have shown that playing 4 long-range shooters on the court at one time is a huge advantage for an offense. So for Bennett, a forward who can shoot with range and do damage inside, he finds himself in a league eager for his talents.
Certainly a player to root for. Thanks, Doris.
And you know, he's still so young, but has shown a lot of promise. It's going to be really fun to watch him develop.
Well, it was a healthy season last year for Spencer Hall. Maybe not the guy they were hoping to hold down their center spot in Philadelphia after trading for Andrew Bynum during the offseason, but Halls was more than serviceable in his expanded role in the middle.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Verajau's checked in. Fades and shoots, and he gets the bucket. Verajau's got 4 points this quarter.
That time the defenders were a little lazy getting to him.
And Hawes showed his great start in the condensed season of 2011-12. He wasn't a mirage. He played well last season.
Well, he's a finesse center. He's very skilled. He can pass, shoot from long range, and a pretty good job on the glass, too.
Here's the Beast, defended by Anderson. Here's the Beast. No good from outside.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Here's Hawes. The 76ers again can't hit it.
Great defense there. You really have to challenge him at that range.
So as we conclude the first half, so far, fairly one non-waiters.
I loved his approach, guys. He came out aggressive.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they won their last contest, that game against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
They looked very stable, pretty much from the get-go, guys. A solid output, solid effort. And, you know, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game, but they were pretty solid there.
I was very impressed with the balance they displayed, guys. Different people carrying the load, scoring, making assists, unselfish play. Everything was working for them to get that victory.
The Beast, he's in at point guard. C.J. Miles is out there with Bennett. Then it's Jarrett Jack. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers.
Coming up next.
All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Young. James Anderson is out there with Turner. And it's Daniel Orton, and it's Hawes in at the center. Now a look at the Cavaliers' upcoming schedule. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one, and that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them.
Boy, a lot of fans around the league really focused on that matchup for Chicago.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive, attacking and coming away with steals.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Here's the beast. Cleveland the rebound. Miles buries it down low. And the Cavaliers lead by 16.
That sort of epitomized this game, guys. One team going all out, getting rebounds and putbacks, and the other team just dragging.
Turner passes to Orton. Back to Turner. Feeds it to Orton. 6 on the shot clock. And Young, here we go. Verjao grabs the board. Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to Cleveland. Jack up on top. Turner covering. And that one's good. The 76ers trailed by 18. Young outside. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Pulls it up. No good off the back of the rim.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Passes it to the beast. Lets it go with a 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for him.
And Turner kicks to Young. Back to Turner. The putback, and it's Young finishing it off.
He could have tipped it home, but he wanted to give this crowd something to remember.
Dynamic work right there. Throw down that rebound.
Yes, sir.
Well, no need to back it out if you're in position for the dunk. Now, they haven't gotten much production from him, but they remain in the lead.
Well, there's a new ownership group in Philadelphia as of 2011, and in this offseason, they pulled the trigger and brought in new leadership in the front office. Looks like they're jumping on the analytics bandwagon, hiring the former brain trust of the Houston Rockets.
I like the work there, contesting that shot that looked like it was going to be easy, but they forced the miss.
You know what? He got it in close, but couldn't finish in traffic.
There's the feed to Turner. Back to Young. Can't get it to go. Excellent D there from the beast. And back to the Sixers. I guess for the Wall Street ownership group, going mathematical is something they were, Steve, pretty comfortable with.
Well, it's something that a lot of teams are going to now, Kevin. The new owners, a lot of them businessmen, they want to turn to math to try to figure this whole thing out. Bottom line, though, is it's a combination. It's not just stats. It's talent, stats, chemistry, coaching, a lot of things that goes into winning.
That is good. 16 points here for Thaddeus Young.
Boy, where was the box out? Too easy on that second chance opportunity.
Yeah, no box out is what happened there. Those kind of mistakes on the glass will kill a team.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to the team. He made sure that everyone was on the same page and that the offense needed to run through Bennett. Coach has called on him to play a very big role at that end of the floor tonight, and as far as he's concerned, that hasn't quite taken shape yet. He also wants them to concentrate on working as a team at the offensive end. Passing, patience, and teamwork, those were the messages. So Coach waiting until the final stages to pull a few tricks out of his sleeve. Kevin, let's see if he's made a wise decision.
Thank you, Doris.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Timeout called, the 76ers.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
Here's Anderson. He feeds it to Turner. 1:53 left in the fourth. To the paint. Here's Horton. That's good.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
The Cavaliers leading by 20. Here's the Beast. Rejected by Hawes. Now here's Turner. Looking to end his cold spell. He takes it up and lays it in.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively, Clark. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done. Well, what we saw here tonight is one team just had everything going for it and the other didn't. Huge margin of victory for the Cavaliers.
Fewer miscues made the difference, Clark.
Yeah, I thought the fact they minimized their turnovers was huge. It was a terrific all-around effort.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And making the right plays when they needed to. Closing out this club for the 2nd time this season. This victory pushes their record to 2-0 with 2 games left to go against the 76ers. He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Anderson dishes to Orton. Young passes to Orton. And he gets it to go.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
Now, severe lack of awareness on his part. He had no idea he was near the out-of-bounds line.
Turner against Jack. Shots good by Turner.
Now, their offense has kicked into gear, but it seems to have arrived a little bit too late.
And as a coach, that can really be frustrating. I mean, your guys were stumbling along for most of the game, and now, when it's basically over, they finally decide to come alive.
This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
You're exactly right. I mean, take care of the ball, work the clock. It's a wrap.
Yep, nice game. From 16 feet away, he cans it. 2 points there from Jack. And the Cavaliers lead by 13. Here's Turner. That one goes. Count it.
Oh, what a great play. Just schooled the defender. Right back on his heels on that one.
Cleveland's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. No good from the Beast. Perejao, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
And the fans loving what's transpired here tonight. A really good victory for these guys.
Sure was. I mean, they did just what they needed to do to keep the visitors from getting any momentum going at all.
Look how well he led him there with that pass.
5 seconds left to play in the final quarter. There's the triple. Missed. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win.